I'm honored to be with Wilson Savoy, Grammy Award winner of the band Courtbouillon and the Behind Leaf Boys. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, you have this family history of musicians. You come from Cajun royalty.
Right. Well, my dad has been building accordions for 53 years, and these are the Cajun accordions that a lot of people play around here. And my God, he's built thousands of them, probably. And of course, he's one of the best players in Louisiana. My mom's literally written a book on Cajun music. She calls it Cajun Music, Reflection of a People. And yeah, all our lives always been music. Always been not no sports, nothing like that. It's always been music in the house and people visiting, musicians visiting, and so it was only natural to start playing music.
And what's it like as a child growing up and you've got people like Linda Ronstadt coming to hang out and Dewey Balfa? I mean, what does that feel like?
When it's all you've known, then it's just a normal thing. You know, they'd come over, and now that I'm older, I do realize who these people are, of course, you know. But as a kid, it's just they're coming over, and you don't really know the impact they've had or they're having at that time. And you just grow up with it all the time, and it takes a while until you realize that not everyone is doing that all the time, you know. And then you appreciate it that much more. But by then, of course, it's kind of not too late, but you know, I guess as people pass away and so on, you can't really appreciate them anymore. But it definitely influenced my career choice, which is becoming a musician.
Now, how did the musical genre, I guess, kind of change over time for you? Because many times a young person, if they're growing up and their parents like a certain type of music, you tend to kind of have an aversion to that and go a different direction. How was that for you?
Well, when I started, I played piano first. I played the boogie-woogie rock and roll piano, and that was my first love, to play like Jerry Lee Lewis on the piano. And
your feet, too. I've heard you play with those.
Yeah, well, when we won the Grammy, I started playing with my feet, because I was pretty excited, and I've been drinking a little bit too. And yeah, water.
That, of course.
Yeah, water, of
course.
And then when I was 18, I started playing the accordion because I moved to Baton Rouge to go to school there, and I got kind of lonely there, and I just wanted something to do, and so I had my accordion, and I just started going out in the woods and playing in the woods, and I became addicted to playing the accordion.
Did you know how to play, or was it just something, you know, they talk about people who play by ear, was it just something?
Well, I knew all the tunes in my head from as a kid. You know, I'd always heard them. It's the same way like you learn a language. You learn tunes the same way. And if you hear a word spoken all your life, then you'll learn it the same way with melody. So as a kid, I guess by the time I was, you know, before I even played piano, I knew a lot of these songs. And by the time I got the accordion, I knew a whole bunch of them. But of course, I still had to go and listen to new tunes and learn how to play them on the accordion. But I did have an advantage, being that I heard it all my life.
It was a natural transition for you then.
Yeah.
Now, what about the transition from that to the Pine Leaf Boys?
Yeah.
Starting your own band. I mean, that's a big step.
Right.
Playing in the woods to...
Playing in the woods, and then I moved to Lafayette to go to UL. And then I realized college wasn't for me. I didn't like the institution, and nothing against UL. I just didn't like going to college. I decided I wanted to become a musician. And you couldn't do both.
And we'll find out more about that in just a minute with Wilson Savoy.